Americans 2 of the first 3. Seitz, Melnikova, Liu, Spiridonova, and Derweil, who was the #1 qualifier, too. She will be last to go. And it is Simone Biles who will kick things off here in the uneven bars, the only gold medal that she has not won at the World Championships. Overall with medals, now tied for the most, male or female, with 23.
But she's got 2 pretty good events tomorrow.
I think she's going to get there.
Yep, if it's not today, certainly tomorrow.
So let's look for those handstands. First one right there, pretty good.
So far, so good. And here's another test right here, 360. Great.
Back down to the low, very nice.
Big release right here up to the high bar.
And then that big double-double.
Looking for the stick right here.
No movement at all is what she wants.
Well, there you go.
And I would say that was it.
Pretty much the best that she could possibly do. And she's kind of saying, take that, the rest of the field. What are you going to do with that?
You obviously marvel at, her physical prowess and what she is capable of doing, all the titles. But the other thing that she is really head and shoulders above everybody else on is the mental component, the toughness that she has in every situation.
So that big release up to the high bar.
Lots of full twisting doubles we'll see in this competition. But in these finals, the only one that'll add another full twist. Look at the height. And right here, Gymnastics 101, fly high and stick the landing.
Is that 2 today?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, 1? Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. But it's the truth.
So Simone saying, let me go ahead and kick this thing off the right way and just try to catch me.
That really was what she said. I'm going to go first. It's not going to affect me. Probably relieved to be done right about now until tomorrow.
Yeah, and you got to remember, once again, that she has been competing non-stop. The only gymnast, male or female, to compete every single day of the competition, making all individual event finals.
How about the number 14.7?
And just about where she has been placing or scoring the rest of the week in the qualifying round, as we saw earlier, 14.733. So really right around there.
So we saw Ellie Downey earlier today with a bronze medal on vault. Becky Downey, her older sister, would love to add to that total.
And where some of these athletes have the advantage over Simone is in that difficulty score. So Simone's was the maximum score, 16.2. We'll see all the way up to a 16.5 from Nina later.
She had a 16.3 in the qualifications. Has to connect a whole bunch of skills. Really tricky stuff. Nicely done in great combo.
Oh, just that tiny little shuffle back on that dismount, but wow, what a fabulous routine.
That was really something special right there.
Has worked so incredibly hard, and you just see the emotion right there.
Her 9th World Championships, her first, were in Stuttgart in 2007, and she said, this might be it right here.
Just so many things done in combination.
Starting from a Stalder circle, pike over the bar, that's the down.
Beautiful release, does a half turn at the end of it, and then kind of unwinds to that low bar, and connecting off of that skill, so challenging.
As we mentioned, Simone doing a double twisting double back, just a full twisting double back here, but gosh, that routine.
A little more oomph on the inside of the routine, though. That was great.
Ihre Schwester haben wir ja gerade schon im Sprungfinale gesehen und mit der Bronzemedaille kriegt die erste
Scored a
Medaille.
14.8 in the qualifying.
Those are not sadness tears.
Tears of relief and happiness.
Battling back, both she and her younger sister, so many injuries they've been dealing with, rehabbing together. Should definitely be a higher score than what we just saw from Simone, I would say.
Number 14.7 for Simone, and even 15, it is higher for Becky Downey of Great Britain.
Wow, and the difficulty score, you see, she actually raised it by 2/10 here in the final. As we saw in the pommel horse, in these event finals, you have to go all out, no holding back. You have a more difficult routine, you better do it.
So here is the teenager from Minnesota, Suni Lee, who made her senior debut earlier this year. She won the title on uneven bars at the U.S. National Championship. She qualified here in third.
She has 4 releases in a row. The second one was where she struggled in the all-around finals.
But this one right here, look how high she flies.
Another big one, transition down to the low
Beautiful.
bar. Good handstands thus far as well.
And this one's going to be really critical to land on top of the bar. It's very short, unfortunately.
At least 3/10.
That one, great. Just the dismount.
Well, it was very good. Very, very good. But it's a packed field.
And you know, we're obviously being super critical, and that's just the way that the judges are going to be. Those handstands are so important. But look how high she goes above the bar, and those hips completely open, right back down to the low bar, immediately back up.
And this skill of a hard WAG, full twisting pack salto, just great stuff.
Championships made a massive contribution to the world team champion gold medal.
And here's that 1.5 turn, so you see where she catches the bar is just extremely low. Certainly 3/10, maybe even 5.
Yes. Yeah, I've been questioning why she's doing that. It's awesome to see. I love it. But just the risk reward, I don't know if it's worth it.
One of 6 kids in the family, a junior in high school. Thoughts, no doubt, of her dad recovering from a serious injury back home and watching every minute of this.
Saw some of her other Team USA coaches and staff cheering her on there in the stands.
She had a hard time recovering. I spoke with the national team coordinator, high performance coordinator, Tom Forrester, said she was really upset.
So 14.8 and into second place ahead of Simone Biles. And it's Becky Downey who still leads from Great Britain. There is the number that they'll be going after. Elizabeth Seitz from Germany, as if you couldn't tell by the rise in the crowd, the noise here. The 25-year-old from Heidelberg and the world bronze medalist on uneven bars in 2018.
Had a great competition in the all-around. She was actually 6th, which was very big accomplishment for her. Another release.
Good recovery there. Little struggle on that handstand before.
Oh, boy. And that's a shame. Did you see something coming there? Because I didn't in the release before. I don't know. Just
Well, the release
held on a little
before.
too long
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
second one.
Oh, what a great routine before and after, but unfortunately that's going to do it.
Und sie musste absolut nicht traurig sein. Perfekter Platz im Mehrkampf, meine Damen und Herren. Und das ist der Applaus für NBC.
She started the sport because her older brother was in it. She gave it a try. She said, I immediately knew that it would be my sport. This was my place.
9 times to the World Championships, and you mentioned the all-around finish. It was her best ever.
Really just kind of looked like she held on to the bar for a little bit too long.
Yeah, because that release looks great.
Looks great, absolutely.
Because she holds on longer, she's too far away from the low bar.
And it was smart that she bent her legs, because she would have hit her toes on that high bar because she was too close.
Die deutsche Rekordmeisterin.
But good recovery.
Sie musste alles
Full twisting, double back.
eine Chance zu haben auf die Medaille.
Ja, sehr, sehr schade natürlich. Der Jägersalto war schon etwas weit und auch der Hinwurf war sehr knapp.
And you just still see that emotion from Becky as each gymnast goes.
Yeah, well, that's one more.
Exactly.
So into fourth, 13.566. No margin for error. You get to the final. And 4 more athletes
Our
left.
next competitor represents Russian Federation.
Angelina Melnikova from Russia, the 19-year-old who qualified 8th, but really successful week. Not only a part of that team silver, but also an individual medal for the first time. She won the bronze medal in the all-around.
She has been chasing that individual medal for so long. Was so ecstatic. Beautiful right to a handstand. So risky.
But that's exactly what the judges are looking for. Beautiful combination.
And watch how she puts her feet in between her hands. That gives her some extra points. Makes it more difficult.
Little short on that handstand. I was just about to say every handstand has been great, but that was the best bar routine I think maybe I've seen her do here in Germany. Qualified in, as you said, Terry, in 8th place with a 14.7. Suni Lee currently in 2nd with a 14.8.
Yeah, it's going to be very close, very tight. See those inside stalters into a release.
Bar champion. She is one of the stars.
Don't think it's going to be
Entry series
better to
crowned by the
Becky. I think Becky will still stay
original series of
on top, given that difficulty score was
traditional
a little higher than what Angelina has.
Yeah, I would hope so. This is a great exercise, but we're talking the best in the world, and Becky's was better than this, my book.
Tabea, du bist zufrieden mit der Übung von
Little bit shy from that handstand.
Sehr zufrieden. Sie hat
Does it in combination, though, with her dismount, so that adds to her difficulty score or maximum score.
hat Bronze im Mehrkampf gewonnen und ja, man sieht sie an, sie ist super glücklich und hat ihr nochmal eine wirklich schöne Übung gezeigt.
Ja, 2 Russinnen im Finale, die Weltmeisterin von 2015, das wir ja auch noch später erleben. Genauer gesagt, eine der Weltmeisterinnen von 2015. Vielleicht
So that reaction from Becky Downey, appreciative, the applause, but not worried?
I don't think she should be worried, but I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't think she's worried. They can't get that a higher score.
14.733, so behind Suni Lee, who holds on to that second spot. And it's Becky Downey who still will remain seated in that area to wait as the leader.
von 8 Finalistinnen jetzt hier am Stufenbarren. Und
So we've talked about this quite a lot this week, both in the parallel bars for the men, the uneven bars for the women, but every gymnast prefers the bar a certain way. You see the Chinese athletes don't really wear the same kind of grips that a lot of the American gymnasts wear, more of some tape grips is what you call it. So a little stick, maybe a little honey that they add.
But she had a disaster.
You know, in my opinion, sorry, Tim, in my opinion, I really don't think it was nerves. Watching her do that skill just seemed like she was very technically off.
Where she faltered were on these very tricky full spins. Release right here. Nicely done.
And here they are coming up.
She can do them beautifully. Nice.
One more. Wow.
This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Little hop on the landing, but what an improvement. She actually did say after the competition that she was very disappointed in herself. She made that one error, and then she said it completely got in her head, couldn't get back on track, fell again on it. She says, I'm one of the veterans of this group. That should not happen.
19 years old, she is the reigning world champion on balance beam.
And when the Chinese gymnasts hit, they are just so great on this event. I mean, I remember watching video after video trying to learn the technique of this very skill right there.
Really hard to pull off. A lot of the Chinese have done it. You did it, Nastia, really well.
And you know, and that's kind of why I say I believe that it was more of a technical error than nerves, because that skill, if you're just a little bit off one day, you could do 5 or 6 in a row the same exact way. And I've done that before in training, and it's not fun.
We'll see Liu defend her title on balance beam tomorrow. She made it to the beam final, uneven bars, and the all-around. We will not see Simone Biles capture world medal number 24 today. We'll have to wait until tomorrow. She is off the podium here.
She actually qualified to the all-around finals, but they did not have her go. Yep. She was replaced, and that replacement athlete
won the silver.
Yes.
You know, and normally, you see her score right there. Normally, you're only really allowed to do that if you're injured.
So this is, yeah, it's
perhaps it was a leg injury.
Very interesting.
She has one element in her routine, the third full pirouette. She adds a half turn to it. The Chinese do this all the time, and it is such a huge deduction.
Becky Downey going to capture the second medal for the Downey family today. Down to the final 2, and she's the leader.
Speaking about some family medals.
Daria Spiridonova from Russia, the 21-year-old, ready. Qualified second.
Some athletes have upped their difficulty in these finals. She said she's going to do the exact same routine, just try to do it a little bit more beautifully.
Gorgeous connection right there. It's again looking for those handstands, just a tad bit short on that one.
Very nice release. Another good handstand. And that was great. That's hard to do. It's risky.
Little low on that last one.
Oh, boy.
And that step.
So, on the women's side, if you step more than a meter apart, it is 3/10 of a point. And I don't got my ruler out, but I would have to say that that looked like more than a meter to me.
Didn't bring the ruler today?
Not today.
No.
That one right there, a little bit short. But again, in real time, sometimes it happens a little bit more quickly that you can't quite tell how low she finished. That cast handstand, though, was low.
Beautiful pike front, though. It's called a Jaeger. Really nicely done.
sie auf jeden Fall. Also ich denke, man muss sie auch nicht nur als Ehefrau beschreiben. Sie ist Weltmeisterin 2015, Europameisterin 2015. Ich denke, sie hat sich da auf jeden Fall ihren eigenen Namen verdient.
Und mit 17
Really
Genau.
gonna be thinking about that step, though. We need a shot of Nikita. He says he can hardly watch. It's much harder for him to watch Daria than to do his own gymnastics.
Any
And she-
parent knows that.
She said the same exact thing. She said, I'd actually go rather put my grips on than have to watch him. I'm so nervous.
Picture from the wedding, December 19th.
Yeah, I followed it on social media. It looked like it was quite a party.
14-6-3-3, so into fifth place. And Becky Downey continues to sit in that area.
Wow.
As we are down to the final gymnast. And it is a big name. The reigning world champ on uneven bars and the #1 qualifier, Nina Derwijl from Belgium.
Big release, nicely done. She'll start her combinations. Really good. Another one back down to the low and then right back up again. This is power-packed.
Beautiful.
Just got a stick. Oh. Wow.
Saved the best for last.
They did. If they don't give this the gold medal position, I don't know what they're thinking. That was uber difficult, really well executed, and sticking the landing. And that's a different face we haven't seen her have.
Yes.
They're going to have, if Nina did the same level of difficulty, her and Becky will have the exact same level here in this final, so it will come down to the execution.
Just release after release, all done in combination.
You know, and if I'm being just a little picky, because don't get me wrong, this is phenomenal, but you see those flex toes just a little bit on those release moves. But this routine just so difficult.
And what a prize for Belgium as a country. Not a powerhouse. I had a roommate from there. He said it is unbelievable that our country could produce a world champion. How about a double world champion?
Might have done it once again. And how about Suni Lee, who sits in second place and is guaranteed that medal, going to make it to the podium. First trip to the World Championships. So they wait for the number. It was 15.141 in qualifying, and that would win it.
I would say it's going to be bigger than that. Just a little, but bigger.
And they torture us some more with a replay.
This sealed the deal right here. The combination into the dismount. I believe she took a small hop in qualifying. Nothing there.
Come on. Crowd wants it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Even higher. 15.233. Nina Derwijl has gone back-to-back on uneven bars at the World Championships.
Very well deserved. They got it right.
Absolutely.
But what a great accomplishment for Becky as well. Has worked so hard on this uneven bar routine to be in the position that she is in, especially right before Tokyo, looking ahead now.
And then Suni Lee, you know, she really struggled in the all-around. It was devastating for her. She hangs on to that third place spot. Another tremendous final.
Double medal day for the Downey family. Ellie first, and then Becky on